Hello and welcome back to Creators, our new series with Vulture, looking at the humans behind the technology powering our future. My name is Savannah Peterson. Very excited to be here with Jyothi, the CMO of DDN, continuing our conversation that we just had with Kevin, but getting to go a little bit deeper on your history. Okay. So, first of all, thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Jyothi, when did you fall in love with tech?
Gosh, it was a long time ago. Started with gaming, as it generally does. Okay. You know, from people from my generation, if you're in love with tech, it generally starts with gaming. Because
what was the game?
It was soccer, FIFA. Yeah, there was actually even before that there was the Atari, ping pong.
Oh yeah, I can hear that sound.
And then there was Doom, and then there's FIFA. FIFA is where I really I remember FIFA 96, 94. It's like spending hours and hours on it. So that was okay, fascinated by how did they produce this, what goes on behind this, how did this outcome come out. So that's what made me curious.
Yeah, you were essentially reverse engineering
pretty much
the games. And then how did that inform the trajectory of your career? I know you studied something you weren't super passionate about, but it worked out for you.
Yeah, well, I'm a computer science grad, but I don't wear it as a badge of honor because, I wrote some COBOL code that apparently still runs somewhere on the mainframe. So,
amazing.
So my dad reminds me of that every now and then because I call myself a failed engineer. And he's like, you're not really a failed engineer because those mainframes still run and it's on your code.
Right.
And, I won't name the bank, but there's a bank where people's salaries are credited on time via the mainframe using my code. So, yeah. So,
and how long ago did you write this code?
It's a long time ago. It's 20 years ago almost. Yeah.
Okay, that's both kind of cool and a little scary.
Yeah, exactly.
All at the same time. But you also used that COBOL to build something that you wanted, that you were curious about, and that was a tennis encyclopedia, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That you were telling me about. And I bring this up because I think it's really relevant for folks who are thinking about how to start building now, whether that be within the business or just as an individual. Start with something you love. What would be your advice? Where should people go to start playing?
Stay curious. Curiosity is the beginning of everything, of all success, right?
Yeah.
Be curious, and then when you learn something, learn how to be a good storyteller. Like if you go back in human history, people have moved on, things have been destroyed, but great stories have remained.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's because someone was curious, someone wanted to learn, and they learned, and then they passed it on. Yeah. Right? So same thing with AI, just as I was with this tennis encyclopedia thing, is like, hey, what can I do at my level, with my knowledge level, with my level of curiosity? How do I get my hands dirty? Don't get overwhelmed. Yeah. So it's baby steps, crawl, walk, run. Yeah. Identify what's your crawl.
Yeah.
Like, what is my crawl, and what is my walk, and what is my run? And then go from there. Yeah, stay curious.
Even just try a prompt, or just, it's surprising, I think, how scary that first step is because of the amount of options that people have right now.
Correct.
And I would say just open a browser or open whatever's on your phone and just poke around. Just have a little fun.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how do you stay, you're on the front lines of everything going on at scale in the enterprise with AI. How do you and the team keep up?
Well, it's an interesting situation because we are in the middle of it,
right?
So we don't have a choice.
You're like learning and running at the same time.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if you watch Jensen go for 2.5 hours, that's like Bob Dylan doing a one man concert, for 2.5 hours. The man's
that's
just.
That's the analogy I've heard about it.
That's like what? Where does he get that energy from? And so. What is he, 7th richest man in the world or whatever, right? The fact that he's still doing that with that energy and that drive tells you that's how fast things are moving, and you have to keep up or you'll be left behind.
Yeah.
And by the way, you keep up not by burdening yourself with the expectation, but you keep up, again, with the curiosity mindset. Yeah. Why is Jensen doing what he's doing? Why is someone else doing what they're doing? How does that apply to my world, to my customers, my partners? How do I embrace it?
Yeah.
That's it. It's just asking the right questions, both of yourself and of your company and your team.
Yeah, and staying curious to your earlier point. So because you just phrased it this way, why are you doing what you're doing? What brought you to DDN and
Yeah, it's a combination of things. Yeah. So first thing is, this world of AI and where it's going. And I've always been fortunate enough in my career to be at the forefront of whatever is the next cutting edge thing. I've always been drawn to that because I'm curious.
Yeah.
It can be considered a risk or not, depending on how you look at it, right? Because it may not work out. right? I mean, .com didn't work out for a lot of people for a while, and then it drove the economy for 25 years.
Yes.
Right? So it's your risk appetite. I always tell the younger generation, understand your risk profile and take the risk and take the chance.
Yeah.
Right? Because you never know what comes out of it. So DDN was that educated risk for me is that they've been around. They're not a new company.
Nope.
Founded in 1998. Two brilliant founders, Alex and Paul, who are similar to Jensen, are, they stay hungry, they stay curious, they work as hard as anyone else out there.
Yeah.
Right? And they don't have to, but they do it. Right? And I was like fascinated by this private company in the middle of AI, close partnership with NVIDIA, trying to change the world of AI. I mean, as Alex, our CEO, puts it, they are to data what NVIDIA is to compute. And I have them both up.
I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, exactly. So DDN is to data what NVIDIA is to compute, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that's a great place to be. That's what got me here.
Yeah. So how long have you been working with the team?
2 years, coming up to 2 years.
And how many years does it feel like it's been with health?
I call them dog years. So depending on how you look at dog years, 7 or 8 per year, I guess it's felt like a couple of decades almost now.
Right.
But hey, it's also a couple of decades in what we've been able to achieve.
Exactly. Great point.
Right. It's not just the work, but it's also the ROI of the work.
Right. And the impact. How are you using AI in your personal life?
Oh, pretty much everywhere. Everywhere. Look, I've got an agent. I'm going to give you guys a secret. I have an Alex agent, my boss. I've created an agent that replicates how Alex thinks, not because I want to be creepy. It's just, it shortens the amount of time that
the feedback loop.
The feedback loop is faster. So I've trained the agent on
brilliant.
Alex on the way he thinks, the outputs he appreciates and he likes, because clearly he's way more brilliant than I am. So I'm not going to second guess his judgment, right? But I want to make sure the output my team delivers are just blows him away every single time, like this bus.
Okay, first of all, that's really smart and clever, and I like it a lot. Second of all, what a uniquely useful tool. I mean, as a business owner, I'm just thinking about right now, the least scalable thing about the business is me. If there was the Savannah agent, not that she's going to do interviews, but they could do other things, or that people felt safe getting my feedback on, even like video feedback or whatever that might be, it makes so much sense. I mean, it's so much faster.
Right.
And it probably, does he ever surprise you and not behave like the agent, or is it a pretty...
Well, of course. I mean, that's the beauty of being humans, right? We're not the AGI or whatever they want to call it, ASI yet. So he does surprise you. I mean, he's brilliant. He will surprise you. But at least it gets me 80% of the way really quickly.
Right. It's a good pulse check.
Exactly.
And it informs pulse check.
Yeah.
Which is, especially at the velocity we're moving, really important. What do you hope that AI in the future, because we're still very much in the early innings, what do you hope it does for your family and your community? Well,
not just for my family, but for the human race in general. I think it should be, it frees up everyone's time, is the way I look at it. So I know there's this conversation about universal basic income and things like that. The way I look at it, it's universal basic services.
Yeah.
So I want governments or whoever, is managing this, because eventually productivity will increase so much there will not be that much work, like really,
as we currently define.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Does that mean you have no hope in the world? No, it means you just get your time back, but then the bills still need to get paid. Yeah. So what I would hope is you get universal basic services, which is water, energy, housing. So if that's provided, think about this. At least me, what I would do, I would go hiking. I'd go explore the world.
I'm with you on the hikes.
I would be a lot healthier than I am right now, because I would focus on me a little bit more. And spend more time with my kids. Yeah. Right? Teach them things that right now, currently, I don't have the time to teach them.
Yeah.
Right? So I get my time back. So I'm not looking at it with a doom and gloom phase at all.
No.
As long as governments and companies think about this notion of, in my opinion, universal basic services for the humans that are here, everything else gets automated and done for you, the grunt work.
Right?
Like, who wants to wake up in the morning and say, I want to do dishes today? I want to clean the house today.
No. Hard pass.
Yeah, exactly. So all of that gets taken away, so you get your time back, right? So that's what I'm looking forward to, is get your time back. My work week, it's not that I lose a job, it's just that my work week is now 2 days a week.
Right.
It's not 7 days a week. I do this for 2 days a week because it drives my brain, it keeps me going.
Yeah.
But for the remaining 5 days, I go to whatever I want.
You're hiking, you're playing tennis, or you're at a Niners game.
Exactly.
You've really got yourself sorted.
Yep.
I love it. Last question for you. When you're hanging out talking to your kids, what's the conversation about AI like?
Well, look, my kids are really young, so they have no idea what AI is doing to the world or how it's going to impact them or whatever. But one thing I do talk to my wife about is I don't think they're going to college because college may not be relevant.
Yes. How old
So
are
at
your
least
kids
I'm
right
not
now?
saving for college.
Right. Hey, there's one way to get out of the college fund. How old are they right now?
3 and 8 months. 3 years old and 8 months old.
Oh,
Yeah.
congrats. They're still real
Thank
young.
you. Yeah, yeah. I'm an old dad.
Yeah. Wow. You're still young. It's timeless, Dad. Let's put it that way.
Thank you.
But I do think you're right. I mean, when you were mentioning your computer science degree, I think it's going to morph what that looks like in the future. But
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the job descriptions we are putting out or other companies are putting out, a bachelor's degree is no longer a requirement. And that doesn't mean we're dissing the people with degrees. It's no longer a requirement. It's have you embraced the tools that will increase productivity and are you able to deploy them quicker than the next guy or girl? Yeah. That's pretty much the game going forward. It's not about how many degrees you have in your pocket.
yes. All right. I love that. Final question for you. What if you could sum up what people should expect from DDN this year in 1 to 3 words, what would it be?
Enterprise and sovereign AI. That's the focus because if you want to take AI to the mainstream, you need enterprises to adopt it wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Not like walking on eggshells.
Right.
And for that, companies like DDN and NVIDIA, we need to do a better job, even better job than we're doing right now, to convince them that there is the crawl, walk, run approach to achieving nirvana with AI. Right. So that's what it is about.
Well, I love it. Well, here's to achieving nirvana, to the Niners having a great season next year.
And go Warriors too.
Yes, and to hopefully getting to continue the conversation very soon. Thank you, Jyothi.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And thank all of you for tuning in. We're here with Vulture for our new Creators series. My name is Savannah Peterson. Thanks for coming to learn.